This is what I was looking at from this tweet. So it got some traction. It stemmed off a Twitter post. I mean, 4chan post initially, but basically it was talking about the XY dimensions story and then some of the potential megas. Apparently, this is the leaked list of the megas. So this is a greater look at what it is. Some crazy, crazy options here. I would say that this is probably 10%, 10%, 20% true max, just because they got some absolute weirdo picks like Pheromosa and buzzwole. But I swear there's some picks that I feel like could be real. Like Zero Aura, we know Zero Aura, there's the potential because they said there was going to be a Mega Zero Aura in the initial leak. Has 4chan leaks ever been correct? Well, the initial Mega List leak from March has been correct. Slowking is peak blunder pandering by the leak creator. That's true. Slowking is my favorite Pokemon. So the fact that regular Slowking could potentially get a Mega would just absolutely make my day. I made fun of Go-Go in the past because it's like, come on, man. What is Go-Go, And I actually looked at Go-Go stats and they're atrocious. They're Giga Dicks. Uh, Go-Go is really, really bad. It's not his fault though. It's a bad BST distribution, and then also the moves are kind of lacking. Like it has bulk up and milk drink, which that shit was tough like 5 generations ago, but that shit is not tough in big 2020. What year is it? Big 2025. We just can't do it. We just can't do it. Mega Kommo-o sounds like a threat. Mega Kommo-o sounds believable, right? Because so many of the not mega, so many of the pseudo legendaries have mega evolutions. So I just feel like my guy Kommo-o having a mega is not so far fetched. We do not need Mega Kommo-o clicking Clangorous Soul, but without an item, it might be harder for bro to turn into a true menace. Blunder, anyone here you'd personally be in favor of? Good question. Honestly, a lot of these are cool, but my favorite would probably be Mega Pheromosa and Mega Heliolisk. Mega Pheromosa because the idea of Mega Ultra Beasts is batshit insane, and I miss the Ultra Beasts a lot. They were a major, major part of Gen 7 and Gen 8, and so Gen 9 not having them really sucked. They would also be super sick in Gen 9. We got no idea what they would have ever been like, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Kartana with that Terra Grass would have been going stupid in Gen 9 OU. Would have been a good time. So yeah, Ultra Beast getting any love is cool. Mega Buzzwole, I don't even know what to think about what Mega Buzzwole is going to be. That might be the best fighting type ever. Mosa, Game Freak likes to troll, so I could see, for Pheromosa, I could see Game Freak doing their classic troll, which would be like balance all of its stats, like drop the speed, drop the attack stats, put the defenses back up, just make that guy some bullshit. Then again, Megas do get plus 100 BST, right? So 680 BST. I think Ultra Beasts are 580, right? Or are they 590? Regardless, the Mega form will have a great BST. So, and then Heliolisk is just cool. Last time I was talking about this list, we were discussing how Heliolisk is the ultimate weather kind of guy, since it has dry skin, it has solar power, it has Weather Ball, Solar Beam, it gets Surf, right? Dude, the coverage on Heliolisk is sick. Speed stat is good. Special attack stat is pretty decent. Normal electric is unique typing, but they need to change its typing. They need to go fire electric if they give this thing a mega. A lot of these are pretty cool. Some of these are unbelievable, like Wishy-Washy, because Wishy-Washy would take a full repurpose. Because, that thing is dependent on its ability, right? So it's kind of hard to be like, mega Wishy-Washy in its current state. They would have to completely repurpose the Pokemon, or it would have to just be like a different form / ability of Wishy-Washy. But hey, you know what? I'm not counting it out. Minior is another one, yeah, because of shields down. Volcanion and Zeraora are getting megas. Let's talk about that, chat. Volcanion, you guys told me before that Volcanion's movie went crazy. It was like Oscar worthy or whatever. That's what I was told. And so I'm not too surprised at the idea of Volcanion getting one. Zeraora getting a mega, I believe that completely because that was on the initial leak, which has been pretty accurate so far. And it just makes sense. It just makes sense. Shout out to Zay for the big dono. Much love. Blunder, I need you to live stream more ZA discussions. So goated for passing time at work. Phone in pocket, AirPod in. Listening to VOD. Shout out to you, bro. Much love. And yes, I will try to get a few more discussions. I know I haven't done this in like a few days, but I'll definitely do a few more. But we're gonna get the data mine soon too, so tune in for that. In the next week or so, we're at least gonna get like the base stats on the new megas and some moves and shit like that. It's gonna be incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. Huge shouts to Zay. Much love for the dono. Are these fake leaks or real leaks? These are like probably fake, but like they might be real. You know what I'm saying? We'll give it a 25-75 or a 30-70 split on the real to fake ratio. Some of these might be real, like Zeraora, but then some of these are kind of hard to believe. I'm just going over it because the post itself, when I saw it on Twitter, it had a good amount of traction behind it, so I figured, you know what, it'll be good to talk about. But of course, take it with a grain of salt. This is just meant to be some fun discussion type stuff. Check it out. When Pokemon X and Y came out, all of that shit leaked like a month and a half before the games actually came out. So I remember we were playing on Pokemon Online Simulator. We were playing on the ladder and shit a month and a half before the games officially came out. It was super epic. And we had mad shit coded wrong too, but it was awesome. It was awesome. Mega Kommo-o. I don't know, man. This shit might be OP. Every single stat on Kommo-o is great. It has nothing lacking. And dragon fighting might be one of the best typings in the game. Period. Parental bond Dragapult. Mega Dragapult, I don't know if I believe. It does make sense because Pult is one of the most like loved Pokemon, right? And its plushie and shit sells crazy. But I don't know. I just don't feel like Gen 8 is going to get anything. Hydreigon and Bax being the only pseudos without megas is crazy work. Yeah, and they're both amazing in base. Bax is broken as it is. But Bax just came out in Gen 9, so you can't expect it to get a mega. Pult getting a mega at least might make sense, just because they do have to give something from Gen 8 a mega, in my opinion. But Baxcalibur getting one, that shit is not happening. That shit is not happening. It's from Gen 9. Hydreigon getting a mega, I think it would fit well, because, you know, it's a cool Gen 5 guy. I still can't believe they're trying to make Pyroar happen. You and me both. Nobody knows why they're trying to make Pyroar happen. Somebody has to be like a top 5 executive at Game Freak that loves Pyroar. That's the only explanation. And they're shilling this shit because they have the power to do so. X and Y Raichu on here. I already ranted about Raichu enough over so many different streams. But Raichu is going to be dicks unless they break the 100 BST barrier or retcon the typing from electric only on both. But the fact that they already confirmed on the Pokemon website that both Raichus are going to be pure electric, I'm sorry to say, guys, both Raichu forms will be Cox and will probably be RU or maybe UU. But I'm telling you right now, they need to give it plus 200 because that pure electric shit they're pulling, knock it off. Knock it off, Pokemon. Knock it off. But hey, we'll see what happens. Don't cross your fingers, though. Stay safe. It's Gen 10. They're going to be PUBL. Dude, Lord knows what's going to happen in Gen 10. You know how Gen 9's whole focus is like these Proto guys and these Cork Drive guys? Do we think in Gen 10 that's going to exist the same way? Do we think all of those Pokemon are still going to have Cork Drive and Photosynthesis, and those are going to be elements of the game again? Or do we think they're going to get repurposed in Gen 10? I guess it wouldn't make sense for them to lose their ability, would it? I don't know, though. It just seems like a Gen 9 type thing, because it's like meant to go with Koraidon and Miraidon's ability. I guess we'll see. I would like them to have new abilities, though. I hate the fact that they all have the same lazy-ass ability that just gets their best stab boosted. I actually really don't like Booster and Proto and Cork. I think that shit's super boring. Just gives everybody that little like setup boost. This shit feels like an OM. We do not need Iron Hands with an actual ability. But what if they gave us some like mid shit like Volt Absorb? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be something crazy. Volt Absorb would actually be nasty. I would Terrafly. Or Terra Water. And then wall everything. Wait, that might be crazy. Shout out to Taste of Painbow. Still no Mega Aegislash? Kind of bullshit, not gonna lie. Right? How come in both leaks so far, no Mega Aegislash? Come on, man. We know the Mega Aegislash is coming, right? I really would be shocked if Mega Aegislash wasn't a thing. It just fits. It just fits perfectly with everything that could happen in this game. And they kept on showing off Aegislash. So come on now. Let's go. Give Aegislash a Mega. Isn't Aegislash famous? You guys told me Aegislash was famous last time I asked. Because you gotta always ask about the Pokemon's approval rating. Of course, sometimes Pokemon will give randoms a Mega. Like Audino. You know. There are just some dudes out there, but Aegislash gotta be a favorite. Aegislash is an impressive swordsman. Mega Saucebook all 4 seasons. Do it now, Nintendo. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody wants Mega Saucebook Mega all 4 seasons. Me when I throw out the Mega Saucebook Winter. Shit. Name's too long to even fit. Mega Aegislash is in Pokken Tournament. Mega Musharna. Mega Musharna will be that'll be a sleeper pick. Mamoswine, I don't know why, but Mamoswine I don't believe is actually getting a Mega. Something about that shit. I don't know. Just popped in. Are the Pokemon on screen confirmed to have Megas? No, they're not confirmed. This is just a leak that was circulating on Twitter. So take it with a grain of salt. Nothing here is confirmed at all. And it has a big chance that it could be fake. Shout out Notorious Dre Day. Much love for the dono. What's better, new type or the mechanic of 5 moves? 5 moves is crazy. I will say though, the last time we got a new type is the only time we got a new type, right? Which is the fairy type. And that was one of the most game-changing things of all time. But having 5 moves is like way too ridiculous. There's a reason 4 moves has always been the standard. 5 moves would make some Pokemon way too broken. Because think of every Pokemon that runs setup. Now they get an extra coverage move, or they get an extra recovery, or they get sub, or they get this. Or like it's too nasty. The point is though, Barbarical with Shell Smash, Rock Fight, typing is going to be really damn strong. Because Barbarical's stats are already really good across the board. And the speed is passable. So as long as they don't nerf the speed, and they're not going to nerf the speed, they're going to raise it a little bit. Barbarical's going to be a problem. Rock plus anything is low-key slept on. Dude, Rock is one of the better offensive typings in the game. So it's a shame that it's so fucked defensively. But we just got to deal with that. What else is on this list that we haven't gone over? I'm not going to talk about Mega Go-Goat. Because Go-Goat I already told y'all before. That shit's ass. Mega Typhlosion going water fire. Mega Typhlosion is for sure staying water. I mean, no, not staying water. My bad. Staying fire type. I don't think it's going to get any dual type. We already have the fire ghost Typhlosion if you want that dual type Typhlosion nonsense. I get my goat and go. Hold on. I have high doubt in this list. I don't know. I believe some of the stuff in this list, and then some of the stuff is pretty hard to believe. Like the Ultra Beasts and that type of shit. But like Zeraora, I believe. And then I think all starter Pokemon are gonna get Megas. I said that before, but I do think all starter Pokemon are gonna get Megas, bit by bit with the DLC. Watch Heliolisk become Regenerator Shedtail V2. Yo, I didn't even notice that Heliolisk's tail is really crazy like that. Could it be? Could it be that this guy ends up being just a Shedtail guy? The stats are low-key great. 109 speed, 109 special attack. The special attack's workable, hits 317. First 3 stats are fucking awful, but when it gets plus 100 and the last 3 get buffed even more, it's honestly decent. What abilities do you guys think this would get as a mega? Something to take advantage of the weather somehow? Because, right, it already has dry skin, sandville, and solar power. This guy's always been like a very, like, it can be used in all weathers type Pokemon. Same with its move pool. So do you guys think it would get, if there was a mega on this Pokemon, do we think that it would get another, like, all encompassing weather related ability? What if it sets drought and electric surge? Psh. Yo, you telling me this is the god of all Pokemon? But yeah, I really don't know what they're gonna end up doing with Heliolisk. I just hope they change the typing. I never really was that big on electric normal. Not the worst typing ever, but I want it to be electric fire. I think that would be way cool. Electric fire with drought. That's what I want. Do we have electric fire? We do. We have Rotom Heat. I believe that's it. Right? Lisk needs speed. It already hits 109 speed, so I feel like it's not that slow at all. Like Walking Wake hits 109, for example, so Heliolisk speed stat's pretty good. It's just that the bulk is really bad, and it only hits 109 special attack stat, which, like I said, it's not the end of the world. You can get away with 109. Who's the fastest mega? I think Zam at 150. I think Beedrill's 152. Arrow's 150 as well. Right? All 3 of them are 150, if I recall correctly. Beedrill's 145. Okay, so then Zam and Arrow are the fastest megas at 150. And then Beedrill and Mega Sceptile are 145. Copy. Okay. Can't wait for Mega Butterfree. I saw a potential leak that said that Mega Butterfree was pulling up next generation, but I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. Even though Butterfree's a pretty cool Pokemon. Mega Dragapult, this better be fake. That thing is instant banned if it's real. Like I told y'all, don't go crazy for no reason just yet. Mega Dragapult could end up being balanced if it doesn't get enough of an attack boost and the ability's trash. But yes, I do agree for the most part that it's more likely than not that Mega Dragapult will end up being totally super cracked and overpowered. Because, bro, Dragapult is already the perfect Pokemon with just a 600 BST. We've never had much of a problem getting the most out of Dragapult with only 600 BST, right? I mean, dude, the shit can even go mixed. And mixed Pokemon aren't even good anymore. So, that's just a testament to how fucking consistently strong this thing is. Y'all ever get an ad and press the report ad button to auto skip it? Is that the tech? YouTube be showing me some of the most heinous ads of all time when I'm watching or like waiting for a video to load. YouTube actually shows like really like weird ads, like some filthy ads too. Like I don't even know how that shit's able to be QC'd, but somebody has to do something about YouTube. I know it ain't just me getting some straight weirdo ads. Nah, I be getting some weirdo ads. I might have to get and it's always like some AI shit too. It's like some AI voice or some fake shit. But YouTube is out of control. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be able to have multiple megas, because that's already been confirmed. I saw Central Leaks post about that, how we're gonna be able to have multiple Pokemon mega. So that'll be fun. I don't know how that's gonna end up working in a competitive medium. They probably won't allow it. Because then it would just be only Mega Pokemon. So they'll probably only allow the multiple Megas and like Legends ZA, so that you can like have fun and like physically see all your Megas. But in actual battling, that shit wouldn't exist. It doesn't really make sense. I really wonder when the new game's gonna come out. Gen 10, I mean. If it's gonna come out 2026 fall, or if it could potentially come out in the summer. Who knows? Multiple megas works in ZA since the transformation is temporary. You're right, I forgot about that. The Mega Ring had the timer, and it, like, once it goes out, then your Pokemon reverts to original. True. Mega Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, but X Dimension gets the Kanto birds and Y Dimension gets the Galar birds. Imagine Mega Articuno. I was so happy when the birds got alternate forms. Can you imagine them getting Megas too? Get out of here. Anyways, chat. It's 1 a.m. I gotta be up tomorrow early, so I gotta sleep. I got a bunch of shit to do tomorrow. Thank y'all for watching. We're only gonna be able to do a few more discussion streams before Legend Za comes out, because we're gonna get some information soon. The data mine is OTW. Anyways, make sure you guys like this video. Make sure y'all leave a comment what you think. I'll see y'all soon. Take care.